All right, so we've had a brief introduction to the metric system, and we learned what the base units were. We learned that whenever our units end in m, meter, that's going to be distance. When they end in L, liter, that's going to be volume or capacity. And when they end in G, grams, that's going to be a mass measurement. So meter, liter, gram. Now, we might want to take these base units and divide them up into smaller parts. And so if I would take any one of these base units and divide it up into 10 parts, that would be a deci. So just like we have miles and we have feet and yards and inches where we can divide our larger units up into smaller units, same thing here. If I took a meter stick and divided it into 10 equal parts, that would be a decimeter. If I took a liter graduated cylinder and divided it into 10 parts, that would be a deciliter, and so on. And so that abbreviation then would be a D. And then if we wanted to divide it into 100 parts, if I took my meter stick and divided it into 100 parts, I would have a centimeter, and that abbreviation is C. And then if I wanted to divide that meter stick or that graduated cylinder or those masses into 1,000 parts, it would be milli, M-I-L-L-I, and the abbreviation for that would be M. And then the opposite is true. If I wanted to measure a large distance, instead of measuring in meters, I might measure it in 10 meter increments, and then that would be deca, and our abbreviation for that would be DA, so that we don't confuse it with deci. So deca would be 10 of our meter sticks laid end to end. And then if I wanted 100 of those, that would be hecto, abbreviation H. And that would be 100 meter sticks laid end to end. And then if I wanted an even larger measurement, and this one's pretty common, kilometer would be 1,000 meter sticks laid end to end. An abbreviation for that is K. Now, one of the things that we have to do is we have to be able to convert between these units. So we need to go like from milligrams and change it to grams. And we've got a real easy way to do that. In order to make this work, we're going to need to remember this order, and there are lots of remembering phrases out there. The one that just sticks with me all the time is kittens hate dogs because dogs can't meow. So kittens hate dogs because dogs can't meow. And that helps me remember K for kilo, H for hecto, DA for deca, B for the base, meter, liter, gram. That one's maybe a little bit harder to remember. It has to be meter, liter, gram. D for deci, C for centa, and M for milli. So this just helps me remember the order that I need to put these units in. Now, this is a base 10 system, and because it's a base 10 system, if we're converting from one unit to another, we can just move the decimal point. So here's an easy way to do that, is that if I have 1,000 milligrams and I want to convert to grams, I'm going to start at the known unit, the milli, which is right here, and then I'm going to hop 2 grams. So 1 hop, 2 hops, and 3 hops. So to get from milli to grams without a prefix is 3 hops to the left. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do with my decimal point. I'm going to take the decimal point on 1,000, which since it isn't written there, I know to be right here, and I'm going to hop it 1, 2, 3 places to the left, just like I did on this number line, I guess, for lack of a better term. We'll call that a number line. It's not really a number line. So I can see that 1,000 milligrams is equal to 1 gram. All right, let's look at the next example. 160 centimeters is how many millimeters? So I'm going to go to the one I know centa, right here, and I'm going to hop to the one I don't know, which is milli. And you can see that that's 1 hop to the right. So I'll take that decimal point right here after the number, in this case, and change it 1 hop to the right. And so since there's an empty space there, I'll fill that in with a 0, and we see that 160 centimeters is 1,600 millimeters. All right, you go ahead and try the rest of this and then check in on the next video and see how you did on that.